Years later, when my brother Stanley, my next to the oldest brother, bought me my own first bike, and that was quite the thing. Because I had for years been riding my father's bike when he wasn't using it. And it was a black English bike. I don't think they sell them over here anymore, but they did years ago. And you remember in those days we only had one speed. You didn't have a, you rode the bikes and was different speeds on it. There was no such thing when I was young. And then when I turned 14, Daddy bought our first television. It was a 7-inch one. And we saw it in a mirror. It was a cabinet. And Dad paid $1,200 for it. It was the first black and white TV. And we sat in front waiting for the programs to come on because they were only on about 2 hours a night. And they had what was known as a pattern. You would have the TV on and you'd see a pattern. So me and my brother and my younger brother and some of my friends would sit there by the hour watching a pattern waiting for the TV to come on. So those are silly things we did in those days. And in those days, Mom and Dad in the living room had an organ and a piano, and I played both. And then later on in years, I also had an organ I played. So, I mean, I can't think of anything else at the moment that my grandchildren would be interested in, except we went, okay, it would take 30 minutes from Mom and me and my youngest brother to walk to the river where we swam in the summer in those days. And it was owned by a family that was rich and had a very expensive place right by the pool, by the river, and they owned the river, and they let us all go swimming there. And I won't mention their name because they probably got relatives still alive. You know how it is. And then in the winter we would go ice skating and skiing. We'd have to take care of it all ourselves because we lived out in the country. Because all we had was one little store, and inside the store happened to be where the post office was, just a little dinky thing. And when I went to school growing up, I went to a 3-story wooden building where we had to go up and down 6 flights of stairs to get to the top. And out back was a big field where we played anything we wanted. And down in the basement, we had to go by the furnace, and down there it had the toilets. They were wooden holes in those days, and of course now the school is gone and there's a brand new one built. So that's all I can think of. Oh, and did I ever say about Dad, who in the early days would take a horse and buggy and go get the children to school and back when there was just barely first cars just came out. And of course I had to walk because I lived 2 miles to the dot from the school, and my own father drove the buggy, horse and buggy, and I couldn't even go on it. I had to walk it. Even when it was 50 below and I wore a snowshoe, I had to walk. I think that's all I can think of at the moment, so I hope you enjoy it.
I hope you enjoy this. For anybody who'd like to see it, and we'll get more Syliva Thompson's life story at a later date. And feel free to share, feel free to subscribe. Hugs and kisses from my family to yours. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.